Evening, boys and girls. Welcome to today. And I've been plonked back in the other unit because the driver I was covering, who's on holiday, decided it was too wet today, so he decided to come back into work. So I've been plonked back into the clean one. Well, the not so clean one. That's kind of irritating, really, because I'd got the other one just set up. I'd even left a couple of bits and bobs in the fridge. And now I've come in and it's like, yeah, no, that driver came in because it was too wet, couldn't do anything, so he thought, come in, didn't he? So I'm back in this one. Yay! This is going to be fun. Anyway, they're loading me with stuff, so I'm going to have to go keep an eye on it and make sure it's all lovely jubbly. Now, there was a bulb fault with this, and the bulb has been changed. I know the bulb has been changed, but the light hasn't gone off the dash, which is somewhat aggravating. So, because I know it works, changed it and it works. I've seen it. I watched it. But it's still telling me there's a bulb out, even though there isn't. It's going to be one of those days, and it's piddling down with rain as well. It's really going to be one of those days. Right, well, I've made it to my destination, and I thought I would actually give it a bit of a clean in here. And so far, I don't know how well this is going to pick it up. That's one. GPS is connected. That's two. Three. Four. Five. Right? And that is literally the dash, some of the buttons, this door section, and the centre of the steering wheel. I haven't done the outside edge of the steering wheel because I'm going to wait for you guys. I didn't think you'd want me to record all the cleaning. Hey, I'm an agency guy cleaning the inside of a vehicle. But anyway, as you can see, it's all nice and lovely coloured. Yeah, it's not dirty. Right, so let's go around the outside edge of the steering wheel. Disgusting in this cab. It's absolutely horrible. But I did a little over the top before and then obviously over the top after. I've already recorded that. So you might as well have a shufty now, the before and the after. But it's absolutely and utterly just horrid in this thing. I mean, this is, if you're curious, Armour All. That's what I'm using. Now, I know, there's going to be people in the comment section, I'll go, you should have gone to Joe Bloggs and Son and got that one, or you should have used Aunt Bessie's fanny juice, or whatever. Whatever it is you use on this stuff. You know, I'm agency scum, alright? I'm going to clean the centre of it a bit more. I'm agency scum. And, you know, I don't tend to do this kind of stuff unless I get somebody's unit that is absolutely immaculate, you know? But every so often you've got to... You can't... I've been put back in this unit, I don't know why. The previous guy who I was supposed to be covering, he's decided that because it's raining, obviously, as I said earlier, he's coming back in. Look at the state of that. Look at it. Look. It's manky. It's 2 times so far. But he's decided he's coming back in. So I've been renegated to this vehicle. And if I'm going to be in this, I don't know whether I'm going to be in it for the rest of the week or just today or whatever the hell's going on. But I'm not going to sit in crap. You know, I did last week because I was looking at it and I was like, you know, this is somebody else's vehicle, and if that's what they want to sit in, then fine, I'm not tidying up after them. But I bought these because I knew I was going into the other geezer's vehicle, and I did already know that he liked to take care of it. And so I thought, well, I'll buy these and then I'll clean up after myself. But I thought, well, why don't I do a little product style review of just how good these Armour All things actually are. You can see, I mean, you've seen the dirt they've taken off. They're, of course... There you go. I found the microphone. I forgot where I put it. But they're a they're a coarse material, and that helps getting into all the nooks and crannies. Now, before anybody says anything about all the stuff I've got sitting here, I do tidy it up. It's just when you're trundling along, what's the point? Oh yeah, bung that in there and all. There we go. Right. But oh, hold on top of the fridge. There we go. I'll do a bit of a better clean on that in a minute. But you know, I don't know if I'm going to be in here all next week, or all this week, sorry. And if I am, I'm not going to sit in the crap fest that it is. And that's the other thing. I broke down. You know, I've been in an Iveco for just over a week. And in the years, and I mean years, literally years, that I've been driving the proper Actrosses, never broken down. Had the odd light come up. Oh, hold on a minute. Here comes a... Back in a minute.
Please have a safe drive today.
Oh, shut up. Well, he wanted me to move, so I moved. If I'm in the wrong place, I'm in the wrong place. Never mind.
Continuous recording will now start.
Yeah, it will now start. GPS is connected as well. Fucking right. But no, if I'm going to stay in it for the rest of the week, I'm cleaning it because I can't deal with it. You know, I don't mind a level of, you know, manky to a vehicle because I'm agency scum. I'm a cab hopper. But I was driving it and I was like, no. And like I said, I thought, you know, I'll give a little product review of the old Armor All because this is the stuff I've always used because it just literally cuts through everything. It leaves no survivors. But yeah, I've got the passenger side to do. I'll do that in a second once I've finished doing this because I'm going to have to shift these curtains because I thought I'll just open the backs a little bit, let him take them off, and then I'll whip them all the way to the back and then he can empty us and I can do this. But he was in the warehouse doing whatever, so I thought I'd do this first. But yeah, I'm going to go over, do the passenger side, but it's just so... Look at the state of it all. It just... How can you possibly exist in that environment or in this environment? I mean, this is where you spend the vast majority of your life. I'm not talking about polishing the fuel tank or doing the stuff that Andy does or people like him do. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do it. Personally, I don't have my own unit. You know, I know it's not my unit anyway, but you know, I'm always cab hopping, so I'm not going to stand there polishing crap. But just the inside, you live in it. You spend hours in it. I mean, there's a whole load of rusted nuts and bolts in that corner, and they've been there for a very long time. For a very long time. I'll take a photo of it. I was just like, no, I'm just going to clean it. I'm going to show you a before, I'm going to show you an after, I'm going to show you, you know, the stuff that I always use, the Armor All stuff, and it works. It works bloody well. Okay, it leaves streak marks and stuff like that, don't get me wrong. I'm certain that there are a plethora of better cab cleaning products on the market that don't leave streaks everywhere. But this is just quick, it's simple, it's easy, it's yank one of these out, give it a wallop, and everyone's a winner. And if you're agency, most people don't expect you to do that, so when you do, they're like, you know, I'll have him back in my unit. But yeah, so I brought him in this week because I knew the unit I was driving, he looked after it, and I knew that. I'd seen him, I'd had a chat to him, and he'd gone, look, you're in mine next week. So I was like, yeah, no, that's not a problem. Oh yeah, POA, because I'm going to be here a while. That's not a problem. But when they said, oh, no, he came in because it was raining, so you can go back in that one, I was like, and it was when I was driving down there, because this is a couple of hours away from base, and I was thinking, I'll do a product review. Okay, it's not really a product review, it's me chattering away whilst, you know, using these. Look at that product placement. But it's so manky. So manky. Ew. But yeah, like I was saying before he turned up, because I was talking about breakdowns, wasn't I? Yeah. Driven Mercs for years. And okay, yeah, a couple of axles broke down and a couple of those baby Hatefield Actrosses broke down, but the proper ones, the real ones, never had an issue with them. Not once. This one, obviously last week, well, for me last week, for you however many weeks ago, I had the red light on the dash, right? Came out, sorted that out, sensor, nice and easy, whatever. Same unit, the following week, none of the electrics worked on the trailer. None. It's the same trailer I had last week, and they were working last week. I know they were working when I parked it up, but I didn't use it yesterday. God knows who was using it yesterday, but he didn't care. I got an amber ABS warning on the trailer, wasn't there, and none of the lights worked. So we had to go through, change electrical lines, change fuses. There were 4 blown fuses in there. You're just like, what? And the one I was in yesterday, fine. Absolutely fine. And this one has actually got less kilometres on it than the one I was in yesterday. Like, you've seen the Do Not Resuscitate, the DNR. You know, it's all scraped off in this one. How do you... How? It's just... I know that the guy who usually drives this is actually off ill. I'm not going to talk about what's wrong with him, but it could potentially be terminal. And I know he's been off a little while, but he hasn't been off long enough for the rust to just rust the plastic. You know, this is... It's horrible. But anyway, that's enough of that one. I'm going to go shift some curtains because he's getting close on that side because I didn't pull them all the way open. And then I'm going to go clean that side just to finish it off because I started this side. I might as well do that side. I'll probably clean the floor a bit as well because that's manky. And then I'll see you a bit later on because I've got to go do a trailer swap after this, so I'm not going to be hanging around. So chances are I'll try and figure out an ending whilst I'm, driving back to the yard or something. But whatever. I've done the little producty thing that I wanted to do. I've done a little before and after. It's just manky. I mean, Andy would be having a heart attack if he saw this. He'd be like, ugh. He'd open the door and go, I ain't driving that. God's sake. I mean, really, it's just... Yeah. Anyway, onwards with my day. Have fun. I shall see you in a moment. Oh, lovely jubbly. Well... Well, anyway, that's all of my collections, well, my delivery of my collection done. Got a whole load of waste scrap pallets on. I don't know how well that microphone's going to act down there. So I think it's going to, blow out style thing. It's going to be too loud. So I think I'm going to have to end it before we really get underway. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. Hope you like that little product review thing that I did. Just because I needed it clean. And I shall see you in the next one. So have fun. See you later.